Hello everybody, my name's MrStormCrow and welcome to a little update or sort of a little side note, right? We usually do a lot of deep web searching, deep web videos, and they're pretty cool for what they are, but I wanted to talk about something that kind of just happened recently that was pretty big if you were to kind of ask me. Google, turns out their incognito mode isn't incognito. Yeah, you thought incognito mode actually protects you? No. As it turns out, you aren't protected. Yeah, data still is going to those websites if you have it. And it turns out there's a whole lawsuit about it. So I'll kind of give you sort of update through this lawsuit. The lawsuit seeks at least $5 billion, accusing the Alphabet Inc. unit of surreptitiously collecting information about what people view online and where they browse, despite their using what Google calls incognito mode. According to the complaint filed in the federal court of San Jose, California, Big Pug, I'm from California, Google gathers data through Google Analytics, Google Ad Manager, and other applications, website plugins, including smartphone apps, regardless of whether users click on Google-supported ads. This helps Google learn about the user's friends, hobbies, favorite food, shopping habits, and even the quote, most intimate and potentially embarrassing things they search for online, the complaint said. So apparently, the whole situation with this is that when you're using incognito mode, you aren't private, right? You would expect it to be private, as in it's pretty much wipes away everything that you do there. But no, it turns out that information that you have there still is there. And Google can actually look at it, or it can also be sent to another website that requests it, which is really, really boggling my mind because for years, this was kind of what they advertised Google's incognito mode to be, right? A possibility for you to be untracked to a certain extent. It would seem as at least it was marketed that way. I mean, everyone I know keeps telling me it, so in a way, it kind of seems like it's kind of true. And they never really have talked about what incognito mode really does, at least from a lot of the articles about, or at least not even the articles, but the things that they tell us. I mean, they never really talk about incognito mode because we just expect it to work that way. But yeah, apparently this lawsuit has apparently proof that they are using incognito mode and taking information from users who use it, which is really weird. Because again, like when you use incognito mode, and let me just do it right now, by the way, to kind of prove it. If I were to use incognito mode, it kind of gives you this whole icon where it's like a guy with a hat, like you're secret, right? You're a spy. And let's just kind of read, like, unironically, like what it says when you have incognito mode on. Now you can browse privately, and other people who use this device won't see your activity. However, downloads, bookmarks, and reading list items will be saved. Chrome won't save the following information: your browsing history, cookies and site data, information entered in forms, and apparently another thing they also say is your activity might still be visible to websites you visit, your employer or schools, your internet service providers. So this is like a duality in a way. So your activity can be used, but your activity can't be used. So apparently, like when I literally just like have it there, when I use a new tab, it does say it won't save your browsing history, cookies, and site data, but apparently that's what it says in the lawsuit. And this is really weird because this pretty much means that we were just like memed on. So if this lawsuit proves to be real and it proves to have like a good amount of proof, this would mean that Google would lose $5 billion. And honestly, it might even be more valid if they do a class action lawsuit where they employ or not employ, just have more people in the lawsuit against Google. And that would intensify really much because that would mean that people want answers. And if people want answers, typically for class action lawsuits, I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, I think usually if there's class action lawsuits, sometimes they even go to like, where you'll see like so many people going to like the House of Representatives, or I keep forgetting that one area you'll see on like TV where people even like interview the people in charge. I think you know what I'm talking about. I'll kind of like put something on screen so you kind of get an example of what I'm trying to talk about. But again, like if this is true from Google, I mean, again, this is pretty bad because this means that most likely they're selling your information to third parties, right? Could be, I don't know, a corporation, right, who deals with certain products, or maybe they're just using that information and trying to figure out if you have something illegal on you. So I don't know. Again, it seems really weird the fact that Google has sort of advertised this thing about incognito, that it's safe, secure, and trustworthy, and you can't really get caught. And they'll even have like an image of a spy hat. But it seems like that's not the case. And again, there's like a good amount of proof and evidence that it seems that Google does spy on you using this. So it's really sketchy knowing that they can pretty much just outright lie about this, and it shouldn't be the case. I really hope that this is changed in the future. I hope that even with this lawsuit, and if it turns out to be false, Google really needs to step in and really do some PR and just talk about what their programs or what their extensions are used for, right? Like, I don't have a hard on to hate Google. I don't. I actually use Google every day. Can you believe that, guys? But again, they do need to be held accountable for the stuff they do, because if they don't be held to the accountability of what they do, then it's possible they can do worse stuff in a way, right? They don't feel accountable, so they're not going to be doing accountable things, if that makes sense. So again, I really hope this isn't the case. I hope Google isn't tracking us or taking information and using it for third parties or just trying to see if they can find anything on us. I feel that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. I feel that people shouldn't be searched for what they do. I feel that's a little cheesy to say, but I do think it's true, especially in the age of the internet. I mean, maybe this is just me, but when I was, let's say 15 years old using the internet, there wasn't much, regulations on it. And that was really cool. The internet, while it was a wild, wild west, and I do feel there should have been regulation, I feel it was really great because you saw a lot of ingenuity and creativity going on by developers and people who own blogs. I thought that was really cool, and kind of now it's just all gone. You just see ads and stuff, which is kind of the result of third-party tracking, by the way, right? All that information is being sold. Well, guess what? Now they're going to use it and put advertisements on their sites for you. So I really hate that personally. I find it despicable. I find it dishonest if they were to do that. So other than that, I think that's going to be it for the video. It's a little bit of a little spree here with my talking, but I think you sort of get the general premise and the conclusion as to what I mean. But other than that, we will be continuing with my deep web videos, if you're interested in that, where we just search along, kind of like Moodle Horror, and we'll take a look at what we got. But other than that, yeah, that's going to be it. I'm sorry for the lack of videos and content. I've been a little busy because of work and school. Turns out that takes a long time to do. It takes a lot of effort, and sometimes you kind of just lose the energy to make videos. But I'm going to try to keep that up. And again, thanks, guys, for watching this video. If you want, subscribe. And if you'd like to even maybe, check out my Discord, check out some links, that would be highly appreciated. And of course, leave a like. So other than that, I will see you guys later. My name is MrStormCrow Mick, and I will see you later. Peace out.